we're going to continue our work with Judaism, and we're going to think about something very important within the Jewish faith. It's called the Ark of the Covenant. Let's start with a little warm-up. Have a little look at this picture and see if you can think of some questions which start with these words. Who, what, why, where, when? Have you thought of some? Who are these people in the picture? Who are the people wearing white? Who are the people sitting down in the background? Who is the person on the horse? What are they carrying? Why are some people standing? Why are some people looking up? Where are they going? When was this picture painted? Will we be able to find the answer to your question? If you watch this video again, will you have a bit of a better idea to the answer to your questions? The Ark of the Covenant is first described in the book of Exodus, which is the second book of the Torah. Exodus tells us of how the Israelites, or the Jews, left slavery in Egypt by putting their trust in God and their leader Moses. Exodus tells of how Jews spent 40 years in the desert in search of the Promised Land. At the foot of Mount Sinai, Moses instructed the Israelites to wash, clean, and prepare camp. He told them not to follow as he walked up the mountain. The Israelites witnessed a great storm that hid Moses from sight. Here, at the summit of Mount Sinai, God spoke to Moses and gave him the 10 Commandments. These were the laws or rules that showed the Jews the correct way to behave. Do you know any of the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not. How many can you remember? This is a picture of Mount Sinai. The 10 Commandments were a covenant or an agreement between God and the Jews. If they followed the rules and the laws he laid down, then God would be good to them. To remind the Israelites he was always with them, God instructed Moses to build a tabernacle, which was a large tent. Inside this was placed a wooden chest called the Ark. It was here that God told Moses to store the 10 Commandments, so that whenever they travelled, the laws would be with them. The tabernacle was a holy place, but the Ark was the most sacred of all. Let's have a little look at the Ark. The Ark was constructed from wood, but gilded entirely in gold. 4 rings of gold were attached to the corners, and through these, gilded wood staves were slotted so that it could be carried. A golden lid with 2 cherubs was placed above the Ark. Finally, the Ark was to be covered with a veil. Whenever the Israelites camped, the Ark was to be placed in the tabernacle. The Ark would be carried ahead of the travelling Israelites in the desert. It was also taken to the battlefield. This was the case in the fall of Jericho. Ultimately, it represented God's presence for the Jews. Have a little look at this picture. What can you see? Why is there a gap between the priests and the soldiers? After many years and numerous events, the Ark was finally placed in the temple at Jerusalem. Since the temple was destroyed by the Babylonians, the whereabouts of the Ark remains in question. Ethiopian Christians claim that the Ark is stored in a church in Ethiopia. Here, the keeper of the Ark guards the tent in which it is stored. Here is a picture of the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Ethiopia. The Ark remains a strong symbol in Jewish history. Today, the Ark is the place in which the Torah scrolls are stored within a synagogue. There is often decoration depicting the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, which is to act as a reminder of the original purpose of the Ark of the Covenant. Here is just one example from one synagogue. Remember, you could look back at our virtual tour of a synagogue from last week to see more examples. Can you answer the questions about the Ark in your book? Have a go. Well done.